What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Independent Experience. I'm IndyXP Bullion, and this is your morning market wake-up call for Friday, October 2nd, 2020. We had some big news break overnight, and that's doing some weird stuff with the markets. We're going to get into what that weird stuff is here in just a minute. Spoiler alert, Trump has COVID-19. Let's go ahead and take a look at the markets and see where we're starting today off at. Gold is up somewhat, currently at 1915.76. Silver's up nicely at 24.10, giving us a ratio of 79.51. Platinum is back under $900, currently at $895.07, and palladium is back under $2,400 at $2375.45. In other metals markets, rhodium gained $100 yesterday. It's up currently at $13,200. Copper is down heavily. Copper is down at $2.94. It is starting to rally back up. It did actually drop down below $2.90 overnight. Nickel is at $6.50. Aluminum is down a penny at 77 cents. Zinc down a penny at $1.07. And lead is steady at 80 cents. We also saw a big hit in barrels of crude oil overnight. Barrels are down $1.30 at $73.42. We had modest gains on Wall Street yesterday, but as I alluded to at the beginning of this video with the president being sick, the futures markets are down heavily, so expect big losses to start the day. The Dow Jones gained 35 points yesterday in up and down trading, 27,816.90. The NASDAQ was up 159 points at 11,326.51, and the S&P 500 was up 17 points at 33.80. The U.S. dollar index is steady for now. It's currently at 93.77. If you guys happen to trade in Bitcoin, those are down significantly. We saw two big price drops yesterday. It has rebounded slightly at 10,452.70. And if you happen to enjoy the Utah Goldback, those are exchanging, or Utah or Nevada. There's two of them now. Supposedly we got the New Hampshire Goldback coming out this year, but I have not heard anything new about that. I don't know if they've postponed that, maybe because of COVID. We'll see. Maybe we'll still get that New Hampshire Goldback this year. Goldbacks are exchanging at $3.20. It is Free Gold Friday. Speaking of Goldbacks, you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video so you get the secret word to put down in your comments so you can have a chance to win a Utah Goldback and that coveted IndyXP sticker. Make sure you stick around to the very end of this video. Let's go ahead and jump into the article that we're talking about today. This comes to us from Reuters, as I noted. Trump's positive COVID test throws markets pre-election curveball. Investors already skittish ahead of U.S. elections in November now have another thing to worry about: the president's health. Donald Trump's COVID-19 diagnosis triggered a sell-off in stocks and oil and a surge in demand for traditional safe haven assets such as gold and bonds on Friday. The President of the United States has got a disease which kills people. People are de-risking because of that, Chris Weston, head of research at Pepperstone in Melbourne, said. But where investors go from here depends, to a large degree, on how the U.S. president copes with the disease, which has killed more than 1 million people around the world. This is a new uncertainty in a world which is mixed up already, which is not the best, said Chris Bailey, a European strategist at Raymond James. If his symptoms are mild and he recovers quickly, markets could stabilize, and Trump could use the experience to project his image as a fighter in the campaign against Democrat challenger Joe Biden. But in the 74-year-old's get very sick, but if the 74-year-old gets very sick and has to be hospitalized, as British Prime Minister Boris Johnson did earlier this year, or the virus spreads to other members of his administration, investors will be alarmed. What is getting me worried about, or worried more than anything else, is the question mark over the legitimacy of the election process, said David Arnaud. There we go. A fixed income fund manager at Canada Life Asset Management said of Trump's diagnosis. The news prompted investors to prepare for a period of heightened volatility, with most agreed that markets will remain on edge for the foreseeable future. Although the moves were nowhere as large as seen during the depths of the market mayhem in March, Trump's news comes at a critical time with only a month left before the U.S. election. There is a similar story in currency markets, with 1 month dollar-yen implied volatility gauges risking more than 1 month highs near 7.5%. Australian dollar volatility indicators also ticked higher. Arnaud said that he was positioned for uncertainty in the upcoming weeks by increasing exposure to safe haven assets such as the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, and U.S. treasuries. U.S. stock futures fell nearly 2% in London before trimming some losses, while government bond yields slid as investors assessed the impact of the president's illness and quarantine for financial markets. This article does continue with a lot of the mumbo jumbo about treasury bonds and such, so we're going to skip those. So what do you guys think? Oh man, it is obviously a big deal when anybody gets COVID, but when the leader of your nation gets it, it's going to be a blow for a lot of people. So what do you guys think is going to happen, especially in gold and silver markets, as people start fleeing towards safer assets and safe havens? Are gold and silver going to see a nice big push here to end out the week and then continuing on into next week? Be very anxious to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure that your comment includes the word Trump. Trump is going to be the secret word that your comment needs to contain in order to be entered in for our random comment picker, which we will be drawing from the road, just like Charles Kuralt on Monday. Vacation starts tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing Monday's video from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So make sure you stick around, guys. Stay tuned for that. You guys can be entered in and you can win. Guys, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you. If you happen to appreciate old NDXP, please go ahead and do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Helps me out immensely. If you happen to be new to the independent experience and you want to keep up to date on when all the latest and greatest content comes out, go ahead and consider hitting that thumbs ups over here, the subscribe and jingle jangle bell right there in the corner, bing bong, so you can stay notified of when the new content comes out. If you want to start catching up on the back catalog, of course, we're going to post the box right here, and you can start watching these at your heart's content at the end of this video. Guys, I have been NDXP Bullion from the Independent Experience, and I'm here again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.